They've missed only twice, 24-26. Knocked out of bounds in a 9-point game with 1:41 to go in the third quarter. Remember, the Grizzlies have come from behind at the end of 3 on 13 occasions, which is one of the best marks in the NBA. So we've seen it done before. Bonzi Wells and one. That'll help. And Bonzi goes to the line.
There's plenty of time left in this basketball game. And Atlanta, they keep going for steals on the perimeter. If the Grizzlies make crisp passes, they will have the numbers. They'll have the advantage if they can complete the pass, because Atlanta, all they're trying to do is steal the ball down, get out in transition.
Bonzi misses, tapped up, and Collier comes down with it. In fact, when trailing after 3, the Memphis Grizzlies overall are 14-16. 7-6 at home and 7-10 on the road. Down to by 7, 1:20 to go in the third. Sura left open. Doesn't go. Watson. Watson driving. Takes it to the hole. Shot doesn't go. Tapped up. And Diao with the rebound.
Bobby Sura and Bo Outlaw were fighting for the offensive rebound, and neither one of them could come up with it.
Outlaw guarding Diao. Backing down on 10 seconds on the shot clock. Fading. Tough shot short. And Sura tracks it down. Quicker to the basketball. Bobby Sura is 2 rebounds away from a double-double. And 4 assists away from a triple-double on a timeout taken with 41.8 of a second remaining in the third quarter. And this is where Hubie Brown, as he looks up at the Jumbotron, is where he excels. Is that what he does is he just shortens the game up. And he will tell them, okay, let's make it a 5-point game at the end of the third quarter. Then let's cut it to 3 in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. And he gives his team short goals early, and that has certainly worked. You look at that record, trailing after 3, 13-24 is the actual mark of the Memphis Grizzlies. And it's certainly a team that has played well on the road. They are 7-16. I had misspoke earlier. Coming up tonight, it's the Southern Sports Report. It's 30 minutes of nightly sports news completely dedicated to the home teams throughout the South. For extended regional highlights and in-depth interviews, catch the Southern Sports Report tonight at 9 o'clock Central only on Fox Sports Net. So the Grizzlies, with 41.8 of a second remaining in the third, trailing the Hawks here in Atlanta. Memphis, of course, against the Eastern Conference this year, 20-8.
Terrific record against the teams that in the Eastern Conference, they're supposed to take care of business. They go out and take care of business.
They swept Jersey, Chicago, Orlando, Washington, Philadelphia, and Toronto. And the Grizzlies tonight want to sweep the Atlanta Hawks, a team that Hubie Brown guided back in the mid-70s to the postseason 3 times. In fact, he was the NBA Coach of the Year in 1978, was Hubie Brown. And as Jeff Van Gundy told me last Wednesday, you know what? 78 wins NBA Coach of the Year, in between a Hall of Fame broadcaster, and this year he should win it, 2004. Shot clock down. Crawford, shot doesn't go. Sura. Hansen flies in.
Atlanta crashing the offensive glass. Good tip by Hansen. No one boxed him out.
Grizzlies trail by 9. Watson. Smith, no. The third quarter comes to a close, and the Memphis Grizzlies, as they search for their 48th win of the season, will have to manage a comeback here in Atlanta. They've never won in Atlanta.
Come on, come on.
The fact is, all light beers are low in carbs.
This is for you and your crew, the ones that's true, will always love you, no matter what you do.
Choose on taste. Fresh, smooth, real. It's all here.
Dad, that's clean.
Looks good, huh? You know that's hot.
Yes, sir.
Check the big boy out. Navigation system. Clever.
D.
See that? Hit that. Oh, huh?
That's hot.
I scored.
You look good in the car.
For sure.
I look good in this, I think.
You do.
So tonight, I think you should let me get the keys.
No way. No.
Lincoln Navigator with 0% APR or $3,000 cash back plus $1,000 bonus cash for Cadillac owners. Travel well.
Oh, yes.
Sam's Town Hotel and Casino. It's more fun here.
Early on tonight in Atlanta, Pau Gasol was unstoppable. However, he left with a sprained foot. And the Grizzlies have turned it over 16 times, leading to 23 points for the Atlanta Hawks. And the Hawks, after free lead, 82-73. And another turnover by the Grizzlies in 17. Memphis gets it back. Joe Miles Swift dislocated his left pinky in the first half. He has returned. But Pau Gasol, 16 points, 8 rebounds in 28 minutes. He left in the second quarter. Watson, Smith, Outlaw, Posey, and Miller on the floor for Hubie Brown. The Grizzlies trying to win their 6th in a row. Trailing. Shot clock down. Outlaw spills out.
Solid move by Bo Outlaw. Just couldn't get the ball to fall at the end.
And a foul out of Mike Miller. And Bo Outlaw tonight hasn't scored. No rebounds, and remember in March averaging 7.8. 5.5 rebounds.
The Grizzlies, they have turned the basketball over excessive tonight, but this fourth quarter is all about them playing with a little more energy and picking up the intensity. Atlanta, they smell blood. They're out pressuring the perimeter. They're playing with the energy and the focus the Grizzlies were playing with earlier. Now they have to find some kind of way to dig down deep and come up with it.
Memphis could only muster 14 points in the third quarter. Jackson, no. Smith. Plenty of time left. Memphis down by 10. Largest lead for Atlanta, 10. And a whistle and a foul, and the foul's going to be charged to Hansen. And that's his second.
Hansen was trying to fight through the mid pick and roll. Threw a little elbow, and Pavetta caught him.
Watson. Here's Bone. The feed underneath and one. And Theron Smith delivering underneath. He has been such a spark for the Memphis Grizzlies coming off of the bench.
Theron with the quick flash from the weak side. Bo hit him with the bounce pass. Tough finish with the left.
Nice cut to the rack, and Diaw has 3. Smitty has come off of the injured list and has played as if he's been there all season long. Got the nose for the ball. And stepped right in, and he's done his job. Surra out on the wing. He wants to pick. Set by Collier. He rolls. Surra fires. No. Diaw out of rebounds. Bo. Cross court. The pass was high, and JP knocks it from behind. Earl ahead. And the defense igniting the Grizzlies. And it's a 5-point game. And a timeout taken by Terry Stotts. Some life and energy by the Memphis Grizzlies. And as always, it starts at the defensive end.
JP hustling all out. Coming with the tap from behind and the breakaway.
Earl Watson. And the lead cut in half here in Atlanta.
We may look a little silly, but we take this very seriously.
That's right.
I am a clown.
A rodeo clown.
If it doesn't hurt, we ain't having fun.
If we're doing our job right, we're both going to be needing BC powder. Pain is the last thing I want to be thinking about when I'm staring down the pointy end of a book.
I first found out about BC powder from Bull Rider. I told Corey about it when he needed it.
BC powder works fast, and out here, speed counts.
We've taken a lot of hooves and horns together.
Dave.
Brian. Are these your consultants?
They're providing an ongoing assessment.
We're on a standardized Dell Linux solution. PowerEdge servers, Intel Xeon processors.
What about assessment? Validation? Deployment?
Dell's services are proven and scalable end to end. They're customer-centric.
We're more contractually inseparable.
Manage your enterprise for less with the flexibility of Dell products and services. Call or go online today.
Imagine better entertainment. The Total Choice Plus package from DirecTV offers 15 extra channels for just a few dollars more. Great channels like VH1 Classic, PBS Kids, 5 Discovery channels, and more. With over 135 channels in all, Total Choice Plus has more choices for everyone in the family. Call 1-800-DirecTV and order today.
On FX. You're watching Fox Sports Net.
A good sign for the Grizzlies. Pau Gasol coming back out on to the floor to cheer on his Memphis Grizzlies. Sprained his foot in the second quarter, and that says a lot about this team, and we've mentioned this throughout the course of the year. This is truly a team.
It sure does. I have never seen that when a player gets injured, take a shower and come back out to the floor and sit on the bench with his teammates. Normally they stay back in the locker room and watch it there.
Says a lot about Pau. Says a lot about this team. And can they come from behind? And a foul's going to be charged. Loose ball foul. And the foul is on Hansen, and that is his 3rd. So without Pau Gasol, can the Grizzlies come from behind? It'll be their 14th come from behind victory after trailing heading into the 4th quarter. Miller. Theron Smith. No call. Memphis ball.
Theron Smith exploded to the basket. Just came up a little short. Excellent pass by Mike Miller. There's the contact right there. Collier gets him with the body, but no whistle.
Njai checks in for Collier. Collier 16 points. Atlanta offensively led by Crawford. Mike Miller got it. It's a 3. And a 2-point game and another timeout by Terry Stotts. The 10-point lead that Atlanta owned has been now cut. And Mike Miller rings it up deep from the corner. And the Grizzlies trail by 2. Mike Miller ripping the cord. Your Memphis Grizzlies are headed for the playoffs. Say it, see it, and believe it. Playoff tickets go on sale Saturday, April 10th at 10 a.m. or get playoff tickets now by making just a $250 deposit for next year's season tickets at FedEx Forum. Season tickets start at just $405. We're in. Don't be left out. Call 888-HOOP. That's 888-HOOP. The Grizzlies on an 8-1 run to begin the fourth quarter. Atlanta one field goal over the last 4.5. Terry driving over Watson. Shot short. Tapped out. Watson controls. Memphis sprinting ahead. Earl ties it. A 10-1 run.
Defense picking it up.
Smaller lineup of the Memphis Grizzlies is speed causing Atlanta trouble.
Quickness now on the perimeter. Smaller lineup closing out on the perimeter players.
And a blocking foul is going to be charged to Theron. Grizzlies really getting after it, Hawk.
They are. They are playing with a lot of energy defensively. You mentioned a smaller unit. And they're now taking away the slip. When's the last time we saw a slip in the pick and roll by Atlanta? They're forcing them to shoot jump shots. And they're collecting the defensive rebounds.
9 points for Steven Jackson. He turned down a 3-year contract from San Antonio. $10 million deal. Thought he was going to get more in the open market. Didn't. Got a 2-year, $2 million deal here in Atlanta, but has an option at the end of this year. And he and said, maybe I'll go back to San Antonio where he won a title. Integral part last year for the Spurs. Career best 11.8 average. This year, career best 17-point average.
Well, I'm assuming San Antonio wants him for him to make a comment like that.
Be interesting to see. Maybe he just wants to go back. Miller, left hand scoop shot.
Miller creating a shot going to the basket with a degree of difficulty, flipping it up the left hand, good shot.
And Outlaw with the foul as Crawford went baseline. Mike Miller now with 9 points, tied at 85.
With the shot clock running down, Mike takes it to the basket, split the defense. Some nice spin on it to kiss it off the glass.
Miller in the 5 games since his return, averaging 9.4. Terry. Crawford short. Grizzlies really jamming the Atlanta Hawks. Ada Posey, Stretch Armstrong, as we like to say, just pops back up the rubber band man after Surah fouled him.
Posey has a lot of strength to be able to fall like that. And
watch this.
It's like a little push-up.
Is he one of the Beale Street Clippers? Memphis in this quarter 5 of 6 as Surah just picked up his 4th. Posey, 1 rebound away from a double-double, 16 points and 9 rebounds. And as we have stated many times, one of the best offseason acquisitions in the NBA.
He's paid big dividends on both ends of the floor.
Turnover, a rare sight here in the 4th. Jackson, and a foul on Bo. And that's his 3rd.
The Grizzlies, they're getting back in transition. The turnovers earlier were leading to easy baskets for the Hawks, but now they're back, challenging the shot. They're committing fouls when they take it to the hoop, and they're making them earn it from the free throw line.
Surah part of the 3-way trade involving Detroit, Boston, and Atlanta. And Rasheed Wallace spent 1 game in Atlanta and found his way to Detroit. 2-point game, Atlanta on top. 7:41 to go, 4th quarter. The Grizzlies 0-8 lifetime here in Atlanta. Posey try to post up on Jackson, backing him down with the hook. Gets the roll. 18 points tonight for Posey.
Posey, nice offense on the box. The defense was pretty good. Posey maneuvering, good footwork, found a shot.
Roll, boys.
doesn't go for Crawford, and Miller handles. Watson, Memphis with the numbers and the production.
Bo Outlaw running the floor. Earl Watson, good job. Seeing the floor, seeing the guys running the lane, finding Bo for the layup.
Outlaw, his first two. Memphis by 2. Turnover. And they're saying that it was touched by Memphis. Phil Robinson, but Bo Outlaw stands on the end line and says, I want to trigger it in. And do they reverse it? Dick Pavetta and Phil Robinson.
No, they do not.
It's Atlanta ball. 9 seconds remaining of the shot clock. Dia. Jackson. And Posey went for the steal. And the ball denial. And Jackson heads to the line.
Smart play by Jackson to jump right back into the defense. Create the contact and get himself to the free throw line because the defense was closing quickly.
Bo committed his 4th. Jackson has 11. Every starter for Terry Stotts has scored in double figures. This is a team that's won 2 in a row. Tied once again here in the 4th quarter. Grizzlies trailed by 9 to begin the 4th. 9th tie of the night. Theron Smith. The double comes, finds Bo, and Bo gets tackled up by Bobby Sura. And a costly foul for Sura because that's his 5th with 6:20 remaining.
Theron Smith, he's not afraid to be aggressive when he gets the basketball. The help came over. Nice pass to Bo going right down the middle of the lane.
1 of 10 from Winter Haven, Florida. And his high school coach, new and assistant coach up at Ball State. The only Division I offer came from Ball State. They came down to watch him 1 game, and after that game, said, you want to go to Ball State? Aaron said, yeah, I'll go to Ball State. It was the only D1 offer, had an offer to go to Florida Southern, a Division II school. And if it wasn't for the torn ACL, he would have been a #1 selection according to Jerry West and Hubie Brown, 1st round selection.
Sometimes when you're good enough, all you need is to get your foot in the door.
Oh, it's in the door. He's got both feet now in the door. And a foul by JP. And headed right to us.
Well, I figured I'd give you a chance to get the ball this time because I would have shot it if I grabbed it.
Yeah, that's true.
Posey almost came up with a good play. He loves to come up with the block shots from behind. That time, he got all on.
Chris Crawford is 3rd of the night. And Crawford misfires. The Hawks tonight are 31 of 35 from the free throw line, attempting 13 more free throws than the Grizzlies. Crawford, that was his first miss. The 10th time. 6 minutes remaining here at Phillips Arena. The Memphis Grizzlies trying to earn win number 48 on the season. The cut. Turnover.
If they can some kind of way sneak out of here with the win tonight, this will do wonders for their confidence to win a game without Powell in the 2nd half.
Jackson. 5:29 remaining in the 4th. And Jackson has 15 points.
Jackson, he's not afraid to take the shots in the 4th quarter.
Posey. Backing down, spins on Hansen. Pops out, Watson. Denied. And Theron Smith fouls Terry.
Hansen picking up the air ball. Nice save be able to throw it all the way out with his left hand, and Jackson spotting up in the corner. Drained the three.
Over the last 5 games, Jackson just 6 of 30 from three-point range. And Terry heads to the free throw line in the bonus with 5:10 remaining. Sakalidis and Jason Williams both getting set to check back in. Terry has 11. Sakalidis has 5 personal fouls. In for Theron Smith, and what a job Smitty did.
Smitty played well, as well as Earl Watson. They're huge part of the reason why the Grizzlies have gotten themselves back in this game.
Watson replaced by Jason. And Early 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Second free throw goes. And the lead stretched out to 5 at a 6-0 run by Atlanta. Near the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Williams for 3. No. And Collier fouls Sakalidis. Big Jake was trying to get positioning down low, and Collier put a rope around him.
Big Jake, in only 19 minutes of action tonight, has played well. He's been a force out there when he's been able to stay out on the floor.
6 points, 5 rebounds, and Jake heads to the free throw line. 11 of 13 from the free throw line over the last 12 starts. And he misses the first. Had 4 points, 5 rebounds yesterday in 12 minutes of action.
He's clogging up the middle tonight. 3 block shots as well.
Misses both. And Memphis tonight, 16 of 24 from the free throw line. Terry. Shot goes. 7-point game.
Atlanta, Terry, they're trying to get Jake Sakalidis in the pick and roll, trying to let Terry use his quickness to come up with the shot.
Posey takes the rookie off the dribble and a foul.
Terry just taking his time. Had Big Jake backpedaling just a little. Stopped on a dime. Jumper, 2 points.
Diao, his 4th personal foul. You see tonight for Posey, he has 19, and that ties him for the high of the month. He had 19 against the Clippers back out of March 12th. He has recorded double figures in now 6 of the last 7 games. And he has 20. First time that he's reached 20 since back on February 28th against New Orleans when he had a stretch of 5 consecutive 5-point game. Jackson launches, doesn't go. Sakalidis quickly ahead to Jay Will. Williams crossover. Posey lines it up, doesn't go. And on the weak side, Jackson.
Posey just a little short. Had a good look at the basket.
And a foul's going to be charged to Shane. And Steven Jackson goes to the free throw line.
Atlanta, they continue to be aggressive, trying to take the basketball to the hoop. Jackson was able to slash through, find the little crack, and get to the free throw line.
3:46 remaining in the fourth, and it's a 6-point game, 98-92. The Grizzlies won the first meeting back on December 10th by 13 in the second half, outscored Atlanta 62-43. The Grizzlies have had to play since midway through the second quarter without Pau Gasol because of his sprained foot. Last time it was tied, it was 90. Posey. Posey goes. Posey with 23.
It worked out well. James Posey was trying to get Bo Outlaw off of the box so he can go one-on-one and go to the bucket. Bo was there. Posey shot the three.
Terry using Collier. Shot clock down to 5. Terry launches. No. Climbing up Outlaw, and he's fouled. 2:57 to go with the Grizzlies, who won't give up. Memphis trailing by 4 after JP.
Grizzlies NBA basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by First Tennessee, all things financial, and by Budweiser, who salutes America's designated drivers. We all make a difference.
Welcome back to Atlanta. And the Memphis Grizzlies trail the Atlanta Hawks 99-95. And Pau Gasol has come out from the locker room to cheer on his teammates. It's 99-95 and Bo Outlaw at the free throw line on the season, 53%.
Bo knocking down a big free throw there. See Pau watch on intently, trying to root his teammates on here. Come up with another victory on the road. Bo, 2 of 2 on the free throw line, 2 big ones.
Crawford has 20.
Crawford was hot in the third quarter. Defense picked it up on him. Didn't give him many looks at the basket. He finally got a little breathing room and made it count.
Posey. Here's Battier for 3. No. Jackson saves it. Posey saves it. And out of bounds off of JP along the end line.
Both teams. Great hustle. Jackson first saved it. Then Posey all-out dive for the basketball.
Four-point game. Sura denied by Battier. Shot clock down to 5. Sura kicked out. Crawford. No. Crawford. Big stuff.
And that was very close to a 24-second shot clock violation. I don't know if Crawford got that three-pointer off in time.
And that's what Hubie Brown is contending. Posey gets the 3. And Hubie Brown is saying that the shot clock went off. 6-point game.
Hubie may actually have a gripe. That was very close.
Williams. Crossover. Shot doesn't go. Timeout. Five-point game, 1:04 to go, and a timeout taken by the Memphis Grizzlies. And let's go back and take a look at the shot clock. This is real time. Let's listen for the buzzer.
It's a violation.
Shot clock violation.
That's a 24-second violation.
Shot clock violation.
Going by the sound of the horn. When that shot clock went off, the ball was definitely still in his hands.
Advance auto parts play of the game. And Crawford with the flush in a 5-point game with 1:04 to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies trail. Friday night, 7 o'clock, the Grizzlies play host to the reigning Rookie of the Year, Mari Stoudemire, and the Phoenix Suns. It's Grizzlies and Suns, Friday, 7 o'clock at the Pyramid Live on Fox Sports Net. The Grizzlies with 1:04 left. Trailed by as many as 10. And at the end of the third quarter, the Grizzlies trailed Atlanta but started the fourth on an 8-1 run. Got back into the contest, tied it. But Crawford, he's been tough in the second half.
Crawford has been very tough, very aggressive with the basketball. He's found his rhythm offensively for the Grizzlies. JP has stepped it up here in the fourth quarter. He's the man that has been taking the big shots, nailing a couple of deep three-pointers to keep the Grizzlies in the game.
Memphis ball. Battier driving on Crawford. Contact. And Shane will go to the line. And that is his fifth. Crawford, 22 points, 18 earned here in the second half.
Shane Battier, smart play. Good decision to take the basketball to the hoop, create some contact, get to the free throw line while the clock is stopped. A nice play as well drawn up during the timeout to take advantage of the matchup.
Shane is 73% free throw shooter. And Battier, 7 points. Coming off of the bench. Swift, 7 points. Wells, 6. Watson, 6. Outlaw, 5. And Smith with 3. The bench productivity tonight. 4-point game. Now a 3-point game. Plenty of time left. Williams, Outlaw, Posey. Sakalitis with 5 personal fouls. And Battier. Sura. Back up, Sakalitis comes down with a huge rebound. His 7th of the night. Crawford denying Williams. Shot clock under 10. Williams back up top, finds Bo. Left hand, no, Sakalitis. The putback. And Battier fouls Terry.
Jake with the big follow. His man rotated over to block the shot, and he followed right behind his man for the tip in and cut the lead to 1.
Sakalitis, the offensive rebound of the putback. Grizzlies have hustled back into this game. 19.5 seconds remain, down by 1. James Posey, the Gatorade X Factor tonight. 26 points and 9 rebounds.
Posey has been large tonight, especially in the fourth quarter. Stepping up, knocking down big shots in the absence of Pau Gasol.
Last time he scored 26 or more was back on February 21st at Chicago, had 27. And a 20-second timeout taken by Jason Terry and the Atlanta Hawks with 17.1 of a second remaining here on the floor at Phillips Arena. Of course, the Memphis Grizzlies have clinched a playoff berth for the first time in their franchise history, but they want more. 1 game back of home court advantage, 2.5 games back of the top of the Midwest Division, and 3 games shy of 50. And that is what Hubie Brown has set his sights on next. 50. And the Grizzlies right now 47-26. And when you look at the history of this game and one of the greatest turnarounds ever, the Memphis Grizzlies in the history of this league are putting together that type of season. And you look at the Grizzlies 3 points or less, and they have one of the best records of the NBA at 9-6. Memphis has one timeout remaining. Atlanta does not have a timeout left. And Miller commits the foul.
Grizzlies had no choice but to foul. If they couldn't come up with a quick steal, you have to foul, put Atlanta on the free throw line. Hope they go 1 of 2 where you're not forced to try the three-point attempt. But with 15 seconds left, they can easily go down, get another quick 2, foul Atlanta, put them back on the free throw line. So it's not to the point. Yeah, it's not to the point yet where you have to have that three-point attempt.
Terry, an 81% free throw shooter, and he is 3 of 3 tonight. 41 free throw attempts by Atlanta. 25 here in the second half. 11 more than the Grizzlies overall. And now 12 more than the Grizzlies. Atlanta has made 38 of 42. The Grizzlies have attempted 30 free throws. Here in Atlanta, it's a 3-point game. 15.2 tenths of a second remain.